How's it going, everyone? Sethphir here, and welcome back to another Tower of Fantasy video. This is going to be day 19 in the Ultimate Guide series, and we have a lot to talk about. There will be many weekly resets going on, so I'm going to update you on all those to make sure you don't miss anything for the week. We also have the new level 52 level cap, which is exciting. XP is getting exponentially harder to go ahead and increase our levels, and especially with the main story taking a bit of a drawback and taking a long time to come out with the next one, you're going to find yourself struggling, so we're going to talk about all of that coming up. But first, let's go for our speedrun daily checklist, and we will try to be super fast here. So first, you're going to go ahead and want to cover bounties. Once you have covered bounties, you could do your main story, but I'm actually opting to save it this time for further levels. After that, we do have some new runes. You can get access to rune CO3 on normal mode, so that is something you could check out. Make sure you save your Mia's Kitchens before you do your Bygone Phantasm push. Vitality is best spent on the joint operations. Today is Sunday. There's a lot to talk about because there's many of them open, so we'll go into that in full detail later. And then finally, make sure you are getting your 2 world boss kills for the themed event Executor Training. Remember that this is ending soon along with the gacha, so make sure you got all the stuff you need from there. Once we have done that, let's talk about that level 52 cap. So your goal for today is to reach level 52, not fill the bar up all the way, right? We'll do that tomorrow when we get extra access to the bounties and some of the other things that will be on repeat, like Mia's Kitchen, so that you can correctly calculate how much experience you need. As you notice by now, it is kind of hard to level up. It takes about 1,000,000 XP per level, and it is getting a bit of a grind. You're going to have to find treasure chests. You're going to have to kill enemies. You're going to have to take advantage of other good XP avenues. So I'll briefly touch on some of those good XP avenues, which is going to be the Frontier Clash normal mode spam without Vitality, because you can get quite a bit of XP there. There are a few super secret farm locations, which I'm going to show you in a video later today at 3 p.m. EST, so make sure to check out that video. And there are a couple other avenues that you can do to try to track down hidden treasure chests a lot faster, so you'll get better as it goes on over time, but just keep in mind that this XP grind will be a thing going into the future, and so getting familiar with routes, getting familiar with the ways that XP comes from is going to go a long way. Next, we're going to jump into our extra daily checklist, which is going to include the training. Make sure you do that first so that you can get your points there. Today I had combat and hunting. Not too bad all in all. Then double check and make sure you got your daily gifts from the Black Market, Hopkins, as well as Cetus Island from the Claw machine. Make sure you have done all 3 attempts on those. Then head over to Hykros and get your machine part farm in that giant circle. Once you have got all those, cash in those machine parts to your vehicles and make sure you are maintaining to increase the level of them. And once you have finally done all that, make sure to claim your Vitality Potion and your free daily supply box from Mia in the little daily supply box area here. And then you can decide how many Vitality Potions you want, depending on whether you're free to play, Dolphin, or Whale. That's going to be up to you. But I would say if you're free to play, definitely only get that 51. And then once you have got those things done, make sure you're focusing on your support points, because the support points going to reset at the end of this week, and we'll talk about a lot of other resets too. But make sure you have been banking those up and you have a good bit so that you can buy out your joint supply chips and your black nucleus. Those are free rolls. We take those, and then you can get some of the other stuff. So if you're low on gold, you can aim for that. You could also look at some of these good machine parts. They're looking a little juicy now that these vehicles are taking so many to maintain. And then finally, go ahead and double check your world for elemental ore. Once you have gotten most of those elemental ores, then you're pretty good for the most part. Now let's jump into the new stuff, the things that you need to get done before the week ends. Very important. We're going to have some update information. The first thing I wanted to talk about was Frontier Clash, because originally we thought it reset daily because it said daily on the description, but I think that's just a translation error. It is not resetting daily for the Resistance, it's resetting weekly for the Resistance. So on Monday, we should see a new set of Resistance, and we need to get rid of this nasty 65% Volt resist, because everybody has Samir and Nemesis right now, and it's just so difficult to deal with that. So with that being in play, it's best to wait on your Frontier class until Monday, but do keep in mind that Frontier class will reset on Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. So if you have 3 out of 3, you're good until Monday, but you need to use one before that Tuesday 5 a.m. reset happens, or else you're going to be wasting a Frontier class, and that is not good. Trust me, you don't want to do that one. The next thing we have is that the Commissary store is going to be resetting this week. Since it is going to be Monday, everything will be refreshing, and that includes the advancement and booster modules, so make sure you have already purchased all of those. You're good to go for the week, and you're good to go into the next week. The weapons store will be refreshing, but this mostly pertains to like whales who have a bunch of currency. If you have a bunch of currency, make sure you bought the copies of the weapons that you want this week so you can get the extra ones later on down the line. Then we also have the support point store, which will be refreshing, so make sure you bought all your stuff like we talked about, and everything else should be good in terms of the commissary. Once you have done the commissary, do be aware that the Bygone Phantasm ladder is going to be resetting on Monday. Rewards are going to be handed out and calculated, so make sure you are happy with your placement on the ladder. There is absolutely no way I'm beating this number 1 guy this week, so I'm going to have to go ahead and settle for number 2 and just go ahead and take the L on that one. That's okay, but we still get a lot of materials, so make sure you're happy with your placement, you're decent with what you can push according to your gear score or whatever your power level is, and make sure you get that finalized push done today so that you get your rewards. And make sure you do at least one, because like if you haven't played from last week, I'm not sure if you're going to get rewards. So make sure you clear at least one floor and you made an attempt so that you can be eligible for what you need to get there. So just keep all of that in mind. That is coming up. Make sure you do that. That is huge. You cannot miss Bygone Phantasm weekly rewards. You cannot do it. It is not good for you. Once we have that covered, the weekly activity will also be resetting on Monday. So make sure you have gotten all of your rewards, all of this gold, all of the password chests if that's what you wanted to do, but be a bit cautious on those because it might be worth to open 5 maybe and get the 2 free, but maybe not. Maybe you just want to pass. And since 2.0 is so close, that might be the best route, but you can easily get the things for doing joint operation. You can queue without using vitality. Same with the interstellar and all that stuff. Make sure you've cleared that freed matrices data packs, which are going to be useful. I'm sure everybody's running out at this point, and gold and all that good stuff, so make sure you check out the weekly resets. Once we have talked about that, we're going to talk about crews. The crew missions will be resetting, so make sure you have accepted everything and completed everything for the week. It should be 4 crew missions, and make sure you've claimed everything in the top section up here. Once you've done all that, you've turned in your daily, then your rewards should be in this window on rewards on Monday at 5 a.m. That's going to reset, and you should be able to claim your dark crystals and your magic box, which also claims dark crystals again and some other stuff. So make sure you're keeping an eye out for that. Once you have done that, we do have an update on the Wanderer's Log. Chapter 11 should be able to be completed. You can fully claim that for the 500 Dark Crystals, which is very nice. And you will be at 7 out of 8 progress on Chapter 12. You are gated by levels. Once again, this time a level 58 gate, which is gonna be quite a while from now. So keep that in mind that this is where you're most likely going to be stuck on in the Wanderer's Log. You're stuck on Chapter 12 now. But that's okay because we've cleared all the other ones and we got more coming in the future, so that's something nice to look forward to. Once you have gotten the Wanderer's Log taken care of, I did want to point out one thing for maybe whales and maybe some higher dolphin players that have a lot of gold. If you go to the Bangi's dock, there is a vendor there called Claude. And item vendor Claude sells machine parts for 500 gold apiece, and I think he's got sets of 10 of them. So it's a bit of a gold sink, but it is something to do. He also sells gifts, so you can buy a little bit of gifts. It's not much, it's green gifts, but it's something. So if you're like me and you're a whale and you have massive gold, right, like massive gold up here because you're getting every day from your daily thing, then this is a great place to sink some of that gold, so go ahead and spend that there. Next, we have an announcement for the Executor Training and the Summer Sea Breeze Gacha. They will be ending in 1 day and 11 hours from the time of this video post, so make sure to check that in-game. You can check the theme event here, and when they end, that means that the store is gone, so make sure you purchase what you need. You've killed your bosses for today, and then tomorrow you'll get one final kill on the bosses, and then that should be the entire store. Make sure you bought out the whole store for the Executor Training, and then the Summer Sea Breeze thing, if if the swimsuit is your jam, if that's what you want and you want to go for it, this is the last, the last couple days here, the last day or two. So just be reminded that that's going to be your last chance on those things. So go ahead and check those out before they're gone, because we will be getting a new event when Frigg comes out on September 1st. So keep that in mind. Okay, now that we have talked about that, we have a minor detail to mention for the Void Rift. If you do not have Robarg as the boss, today is Robarg, so go ahead and get that for collection's sake. We still have quite a few more that need to be revealed yet, but work on it because it gives you dark crystals for each boss that you collect, and you can do this with or without a Void attempt. You can queue up with other players, and if you collect them all, you get 10 gold nucleus, which is very powerful. In addition to that, we'll also throw out our obligatory PvP reminder that the season will be resetting on September 1st. So it takes a while to grind, guys. It takes a while. If you see my results here, I had to win 169 times, and I lost 118. And that's at roughly, give or take, a 60% win ratio, right? So you need to make sure that you are allocating the proper time if you're doing a push. So if you're doing a push, go ahead and do it now, because you only have a few more days, and you do not want to be last minute trying to push when you possibly could, and, well, you just don't have enough time to do so, right? No one wants to be in that position. It's definitely rough. So make sure you are got your push going and you're getting all the rewards that you want to get or that you reasonably think that you can obtain. Once you have done the PvP push, we are into long-term goals once again. So make sure you're focusing on mounts. Make sure you are focusing on achievement points, because you can potentially get up to 2250, and I'm working towards that myself, trying to get that last bit of milestone before the artificial island comes out and we see new achievements. So I want to kind of clear this area before the next one comes out. That's my main and ultimate goal there. And then, of course, machine part farming, whether that be in Frontier Clash or the world bosses, is always a great idea. All right, that's going to be pretty much it for this one. Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell if this information was helpful to you at all whatsoever. I think about 30% of you are subscribed that watch these videos. There are another 70% that are not subscribed. So what are you waiting for? Hit the button. We got tons of good content here. Speaking of content, we also have a live stream at 6 p.m. EST tonight, and that additional experience guide coming out at 3 p.m. EST. That's going to be crucial. You do not want to miss that, because it's going to help you along the way and save you a lot of time. All right, thanks for watching this video, and we will catch you in the next one.